as the false prophets in this country.
Okay.
And she said a lot of things, and none of those things she did. But she was able to introduce where we were able, our people were accountable to us, our leaders' salary were known by the people. She was the one that recommended the harmonization, which was rejected by us when we were in opposition. And when we took over, we changed it into harmonization. Okay. We took it. She recommended this referendum. We rejected it as opposition. As we took over, we took it as our, we still are present, we are signature. But these are things that were introduced by Angelina Salif, a woman I've never liked, and I don't think I will never like her.
What you say?
I don't think I will ever like her.
Why?
Because she disappointed a lot of people. I was a member of a ruling part of a community, but I admire President Salif as for being the only Liberian that won the seat as a senator. Refused to take her seat, saying that yes, I won the seat, but we will be 30 senators. The 29 of them have different agenda for me, so I will not make any difference, and I don't think I'll be able to convince them. And she forgo her position at the time, an elected position. She let it go at the time because she was afraid to feed the Liberian people. That is something with all of our things. That's why I can say the Ellen Johnson Salif activates Ellen Johnson Salif and the Ellen Johnson Salif president are two different characters.
Okay, there have been series of violence against leaders. Taking into consideration Ellis Cummings and Yeke Koluba were attacked in Grand Gile. There have been serious attack on Yeke Koluba at his district 10 residence. If this violence continues, what you see coming towards the election?
This election will be free and fair. I know the government has planned to make it unfree and unfair, but I'm not going to make sure that this election will be free and fair, because they will do a protest vote.
If it come the other way, what will be your stand?
It will not come the other way. I'm always positive. This government, one of the, you ask me what are some of the things that make you believe that this government is not doing well? Yes, the government is building community roads, granted. I'm happy that I drove on a community road to come to work, to come to your place. I'm happy that we have a lot of community roads. I'm happy that we have new markets being built. I'm happy that the president has given free tuition to the university students. I'm happy that public school students are not paying school fees. Yes, but these were not promised. These are responsibility of good leaders, which President we have done. But President we have failed to reconcile Liberian people. He was appointed as a peacemaker, not because he was a footballer, because people saw him as someone who bring peace to Liberia. Being the president of Liberia, honor his leadership, honor his watchmanship, seeing Liberians brutalizing one another, and he had never spoken against it until he compared to speak against it. It's a serious, it makes me to feel very sad for men who have been showing love, and in return he show hate. The man who has been embraced, for the return he turns his back. For the men who people united to support, and as he had the throne now, he's dividing them because he feels that is the only way he can succeed. It's sad that we have electoral violence, but both the CPP and the CDC are involved. I've never heard any political leader of the CPP that have come out to say, Honorable Yeke Koluba, you are a lawmaker. You are not an ordinary citizen. Coming on the street to use profanic language on your leader, the President of the Republic, it's a shame to the Liberian legislature. No member or no political leader or even no senior official or CPP have said that. Our case are monitoring Facebook. The men will come and put big man costs. Our children hear these things. And it's not good for our children. I look forward to a day when that will happen, when opposition political party, ANC will even suspend Yeke Koluba for behaving that way. I look forward to a day when President Weah will suspend Mobake Molu for not controlling the partisans for attacking candidates. That DeLon was attacked all the time, Cummings was attacked all the time, and all the other time DeLon also said that you have stone in his pocket, spoon. And I didn't hear any of the political leaders saying you can't speak to the leadership that way. Because when you say you stone the president, you mean you stone Liberia. Disagree. We disagreed. There are a lot of things I disagree with President Weah. A lot of things I disagree with him. If my disagreements with him is more than my agreement with him. Now, based on the way things are going. But I will never put in my mind that I will stone him around.
Do you see your disagreement with President Weah as a threat to your election?
It's not a threat. It's a favor to my election. Because my disagreements are based on facts.
Okay.
My disagreements are based on patriotism.
Okay.
I have chosen Liberia above party line. I think I'm on record as being the only political person and being an entrepreneur, suffered for political party for 12 years. You know, when the CDC was organized, the case of Junior Water Open Water, remember at that time, I don't know how old were you at that time? You were much younger. With a football on it, that water was given to partisans by me, free of charge. Okay. We did that. A lot of young people benefited from a scholarship, including President Chairman Momo.
Benefited from which
scholarship to send them to school.
Okay.
I produced master degree where I don't have master degree.
Okay.
A lot. But these things, we don't mention them. You understand? I'm not going as Senate to divide Liberian people. I'm going there to unite us, to bring about reconciliation. My first mission would be to organize all of those who contesting against me in this election with me now. They would be members of a council, of a advisory council that would lead me in this process. And the head of the advisory council would be on the list of my staffs. And all of those that contest will be consultant, and my salary share with every one of them.
Do you see something lacking in the Senate when President Weah pronounced rape as a national emergency? Amos came in and was accused of sexual assault, and later on appointed by the president as the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He was taken at the Senate and confirmed.
You just make one reference. One, Minister Gibson, who has been appointed as Minister of Labor and confirmed, was denied twice. By the Senate for tangible reasons, but that man was confirmed now. That was based on corruption. They have accepted corruption. An associate justice, Cabinet Giant, was impeached by the Liberian Senate, not the lower house. The lower house filed his impeachment, and the Senate impeached him. At the time, the Congress DC had 9 senators, and the CPP, whatever we call them, they had 21 senators. He was impeached. That was the very first time that the ruling party and the opposition agreed on the decision. That decision was to impeach that member of the judiciary branch. Okay. Senator Milton Tietje came out and said that they confirmed government officials, not by presidential appointees or nominees, not by taking money from them, but they also recommend people for jobs. That is corruption. The Senate never said anything. They organized a team to investigate. In fact, Senator Dillon was on that team. And I have never even heard Senator Dillon speaking about that. And he has referred to himself as a saint because he called himself that he is a light. The Jesus Christ in the Bible never referred to himself as a light. Okay. In the Bible, Jesus Christ never referred to himself as a light. Moses never referred to himself in the Bible as a light. Muhammad in the Quran never referred to himself in the Quran as a light, but an individual has declared himself as a light. That is blasphemous. Okay. You know, in the Bible, you read the Bible attentively. In Matthew, and Jesus Christ was there healing people. The lady ran to him and said, good master, what can I do so I can have everlasting life? And Jesus said to her, I am no good. There's one good, and that is of the Father, my Lord, your God. So now an individual is saying that he's the light. This is something that is so blasphemous. But I can tell you for sure, our people understand the dynamic of our politicians. They saw it in 2017. During the first round, Joseph Walker was calling that his party is a native party. You remember that, eh? He was saying that they don't want to work with Congo people. CDC, our party, my then party, was saying that they are now for Congo or native, but they are for those who are involved in war crime code. They'll bring war crime code, and those who are involved in corruption will bring them. When the election result came out, the two of them went for second round. The man who said he now wanted to see Congo people ran to Jure, ran to Cummins, ran to the late Bronsky, he so rest in peace. And they organized himself. The man who said that he want to bring war crime code, he ran to Prince Johnson. In fact, today, Prince Johnson is more dignified than the LPDP or the NPP in the CDC.
Do you see the...
That's insincerity.
Do you see...
Some people are prepared. They know that they have been lying to them for so long. They will not agree to them. They will not give themselves out anymore to them.
Do you see the constant confirmation of individuals who
and
have...
another thing with this... Came here. That was an indication that the president running away from petition taken to his office. Running away from it to go make a song that time, Woki Woki, was a clear manifestation that the president doesn't even believe in a women right. He just declared national emergency, because if his declaration was intentional, if he was sincere in that declaration, but making rape national emergency, President Weah will have suspended their nomination, suspended the confirmation of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and called that it should be investigated. After investigation, when he's free from the accusation, then you could allow access Senate to go on with the confirmation. But President Weah, working with the President pro tem, Senator Chi, and others to say, you know what, you got to fast track this. We need the foreign minister quickly. We had a deputy foreign minister who was acting, and very brilliant. There was no problem. Why couldn't he wait at least for a month or two for this investigation to be over before you confirm this man? But he allowed this man to go to the fast track.
Within 8 days, four auditors died in our country, and up to 9 the family members of those individuals are calling on the government to put in quick investigation. And they have some dissatisfaction. The Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Leji Hureni, went on the BBC and said investigation is around 85%, where for them, according to them, the investigation is not even 25%. What's your take on the entire death of those auditors?
It is a clear indication that we are in a moment of scare.
Okay.
We have a cloud of fear over our country. When government officials can die without anyone tracing who killed them, then what about the young boy? What about marketeers? What about poor young men and young boys who are the party headquarters there? What are young boys and girls who are recruited now in Nickel Town? What are young boys and girls who are recruited now in West Point? What is the security for them? For some of us who are in politics, what is the security for us? For those in business, what is the security for them? Liberia is going through Liberia is our crossroad, where we all need to pray, but not just to bow our head to pray, not just to close our eyes to pray, to work towards it and to see that Liberia is redeemed. Okay. Liberia must be redeemed, not by regime change. Liberia must be redeemed by saying the truth to government, by reminding President Weah that his responsibility must be taken by him. When he called on an American government to investigate, I got most scared. And I asked myself, what is the essence of the police? I asked myself, what is the essence of the army? I asked myself, what is the essence of the national security? If the president doesn't have confidence within his own national security, he's asking another government to come and investigate the killings of his own citizens. It's alarming. And sadly to that, when these people died, less than 2 days, President Weah went to do a groundbreaking for a market at Douala Market. And when our people were in tears, those people that died, their wives and children were crying. Their mothers and fathers were crying. Their family members were crying. President Weah was dancing to me. And I was asking myself, where are we?
Yeah.
Where are we? Where are we when our leader is unconscious of his own people? Liberia will not be let down. The promise must be fulfilled. And this is why I always say to our people, let's fulfill the promise. Together we can.
Let's fulfill the promise. Together we can. What's your call to the NEC on electoral violence? Like what's happening now with T5 have its billboard posted, and some of you are waiting on the NEC to officially announce.
You know, NEC has given birth to doubt.
Okay.
NEC has given serious birth to doubts, and which is so sad and scary that the National Election Commission, the first signal to doubt was having the billboards for the referendum placard on the street of Liberia with the photo president we are saying yes, without the NEC coming with an official statement, was a clarification that NEC has no legitimacy over this election. 2, having declared the campaign. Having declared the campaign, meaning the campaign is now declared officially by NEC, and seeing one of the candidates placard everywhere. In fact, right by the NEC. The NEC has not come with any official statement, and they are saying that those who are contesting are not complaining. It's a clear manifestation that indeed she has given birth to that. Seeing the electoral commercialization of our citizen for one end to another, with one person voting 10 times. And my good friend Basin, DJ Blue, was able to put it on Facebook with evidence. The NEC have not been able to speak against these things. It is a clear indication that NEC has given birth to doubts. And knowing very well that the vote, those in Montserrat County are to vote, we know the numbers that have voted before and number that vote now. I know that this time around Montserrat County might likely produce 1 million voters. If that happened, the NEC will be declared non-involved.
You said the NEC will be declared non-involved?
Non will be declared non, meaning that they will be declared that they are not validated.
Okay.
And they will not be seen serious by the international community. That is why we are speaking with our good friends from the ECOWAS, we are speaking with our good friends from the EU, we are speaking with our good friends from AU, and the American ambassador, the president we always run into. This time around, he doesn't have an ambassador like he dance with, because the new ambassador is a male. He doesn't have time to dance with men, and he want to see action. This is why he been very strict. He was to the point. He said that this passport issue will be investigated, and people just feel that Andrew one player was just speaking on his own. The result will be seen, but I can tell you for sure, if President Weah doesn't take leadership, leadership will take him.
Do you see President Weah in a close connection with this passport issue?
He's a president of Liberia. There's no way he can be free out of it. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the first thing to show that he was not part of it, he should have called the Minister of Justice to call the Minister of the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, who was a minister at the time, for investigation. His anxiety to have a new minister, he should have just forgot about that and said, okay, you know what, since we have problem now, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the former minister, let him be investigated by the Minister of Justice. The Minister of Justice will even investigate that in a few days' time and come over funding. To say, okay, the minister is not part of it, be free. Then they'll say, President Weah is serious to fight corruption, he's serious about this issue of passport, but he has not even spoken against it.
What's your call to the international community on the establishment of the War Crime Code to Liberia?
I do not support a War Crime Code to be governed or controlled by international community. I want to look forward to a War Crime Code that will be established in Addis Ababa, not in The Hague. An African Union War Crime Code, where the African will be being asked to give account to themselves. Now the African leaders should be giving account to European leaders, knowing very well the ICC is not even recognized by the American government. If War Crime Code was an institution that must be respected and honored, George Bush should have been there. Barack Obama should have been there. Tony Blair should have been there. There are many European leaders, they should have been there. Even Sarkozy should have been there, in jail by this time, but just here. But because it is a trap to only catch the thieves in Africa, to catch murderers in Africa, but to vindicate, to glorify murderers in America, to glorify killers in the Europe, to glorify Occidental killers. That's why it is there for. I do not recognize the ICC as an institution to investigate our people, and I think that the AU should begin now to organize an old criminal code, African Union criminal code that will investigate our leaders or make our leaders be accountable to it.
Now, to conclude, what is your call to the young people, those that are involved into violence? What is your call to the NEC? What is your call to this government and your supporters as we get towards the election?
To the National Election Commission, you have been chosen as the voice of the people. You are a protector of our democracy. You are the source of peace or war to this country. And you are the source of violence and or harm to this country. I'm making a plea to you on behalf of every Liberian. Please be sincere in this thing. Please show some level of leadership, show some level of transparency, show some level of accountability to Liberian people. Election is a matter of accountability and transparency. You have not yet displayed that. To fellow Liberians, all of us who are contestants, we are friends and families. We are not enemies. These are moments where we change ideas. These are not moments for destruction. These are not moments for hate. These are moments where you must exercise love, unity, and peace to see and believe that Liberia is above us all. Let's unite. Let's go to the pool. Let's elect a leader. Elect men to make a change for you. Elect men for a better Liberia, not just Masterado country, for a better Liberia. That I'll be able to respectfully disagree with President George Maniwea. I'll be able to respectfully disagree and agree with my colleagues at Liberian Senate. That I'll be able to consult every lawmakers about the way forward for our people. Our objective is Liberia, and we must work together for the betterment of this country. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Mr. Kouyateh, thank you so much for coming this morning. Hoping we can have another time to have you.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure. You're very brilliant, man, and I'm very happy that I have an interview with you, and I think this is one of the best interviews I've had with any other person in this country.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
It's Honorable Kouyateh. He joined us this morning on the show, and I think we had a very, very interesting conversation. Until tomorrow, we'll be back here with another presentation. We want to say thanks to SKTV for being here and carrying this presentation live. We also want to say thanks to our technical team, and thanks to the management for giving us this opportunity. Until tomorrow, we'll be back here with another presentation. My name is Amos Thomas Momo, bidding you a pleasant rest of the Monday from Liberia.
Technology can never replace the warmth of an exchange with a salesperson. At Orange, we do all what we can within our power so you can continue your transactions, transfer your money, pay for your goods, and recharge your phone from home.
Orange.
Hi, I'm Shalom Jawari. For the best in entertainment, I want you to log down to KMTV. Yes, log down to KMTV.
All over. I tried to find her all over, but I couldn't. Please, believe me. This same picture, I have it in my bedroom. At my son's place. I can even show it to you. So, let me look at you. Wow. So you are my grandson.
Girl.
God. Oh God. It's okay now.
Well, you are very successful. You live a very comfortable life. So what makes you think she did something to you after all these years? Like, how did you know she's a witch? And who told you she is a witch?
A prophet, a renowned prophet in this country, told me that that woman is a witch.
A prophet.
Yeah.
Really. You should be careful. There are many false prophets around the world.
I quite agree with you, but you see, for my prophet, he's a real man of God. He is indeed a prophet of God. You know what? Let's stop talking about me. Let's talk about you. So tell me about you.
Well, there's nothing to talk about except that I live with my sister.
Okay.
At Orange, we know that technology cannot replace people. But at this time, we will do everything we can to bring you together. No matter how far apart, we bring you closer.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Technology can never replace the warmth of an exchange with a salesperson. At Orange, we do all what we can within our power so you can continue your transactions, transfer your money, pay for your goods, and recharge your phone from home.
Orange.
Hello.
Hi. What's up? What's wrong?
Girl, I was off to the market to get the latest phone in town, but the traffic was so tight that I couldn't get through. I'm so pissed right now.
Girl, haven't you heard about Easy Market?
Easy Market?
Yeah, Easy Market is Liberia's #1 online store.
Wait, tell me more about Easy Market.
Easy Market is specialized in products of all categories: fashion, groceries, electronics, home and kitchen items, beauty products. I mean, you just name it.
Wow, really?
Yes.
I think I'm going to try that.
All you have to do is visit their website at www.easymarket.base, search for your item. They accept payments through credit card, PayPal, Cash App, MTN Mobile Money, Orange Money, and cash on delivery. Your friend or relative from anywhere in the world can order for you on easymarket.base, and Easy Market will deliver the item right to your doorstep.
What's up, Sissy? I need your help again.
Hope you are not about to ask me for money again.
That's exactly what I need.
Yesterday you borrowed money. Today again? Thought your brother should have sent you money. What's up with that?
He said he's caught up with work and there's no way to get to the bank to send my money. So I'm stuck up.
What age are you living in, Ali? Haven't you heard of Synthwave?
No. What is it about?
Synthwave is a mobile transfer app that enables your relatives and friends in the US to send you money directly to your mobile money account. No going to the bank to send it and no going to the bank to receive it. It comes directly to your phone. You can cash it out at any MTN mobile money vendor.
So what's the process? What do I need to do?
Call your brother to download the Synthwave app from his App or Play Store. Using KMTV as promo code, he will get $5 free. Add your MTN number and the rest is history.
Thank you very much.
See, it worked. Give me five, baby, give me five.
In post-war Liberia, 65% of our 4.5 million population, which is the youth sector, is challenged by unemployment. Moreover, inaccurate dissemination of information, poverty, ignorance, illiteracy, gullibility, and fear, among many others, are preventing the growth of our human resource capacity, thus yielding improper demographic dividend.
Although we have strong religious roots engulfed with a culture of discipline, we still have the proliferation of negative vices such as drugs abuse, drunkenness, and the drain on society being championed by young people who are mostly victims of poverty and peer pressure.
As movers and shakers of our society, we encourage you to join us on our educative and informative TV program, Youth and Society, as we set the stage for peaceful discussions of pressing youth-related issues of national and global concern.
Youth and Society is proudly brought to you by the Sustainable Educational Initiative of Liberia, still incorporated, and it comes your way every Thursday beginning at 5 p.m. on the premier platform KMTV.
What is it?
It's the same dream again.
Mama, this is the 4th time you're having this dream.
I know, Master. You know I don't dream just like that.
Mama, you know I will never do a thing like that. Hmm?
I know.
It's just a dream, okay?
The devil is a liar.
I know.
I come against you in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Let's pray.
Let's pray. It's just a dream.